So let's do one more example of this. Right? We want to find the work done by this force field here, e to the z, xz, x plus y, as it moves a particle from the origin to 1, 1, minus 1 along this path here, t squared, t cubed, minus t squared. All right, well, to do that, first thing we need to do is figure out the t values here, right? So it's pretty easy to see that when t is 0, we get the origin. And then if we want to match 1 here in the y component, since this is t cubed, there's only one possible answer. Oops, and it has to be 1. Right? And then you can check with the other two components that plugging in 1 works, right? Because 1 squared is 1, 1 cubed is 1, and negative of 1 squared is minus 1, right? So, not minus 1. So t goes from 1 or 0 to 1. All right. So now we need to compute the line integral. So let's compute the pieces that we need to do it. So one of the first things we need is f of r of t, right? And this is just given by plugging this in here. So we get negative, e to the minus t squared. X times z is going to be negative t to the 4th, and x plus y is t squared plus t cubed. Okay? And then now we need r prime of t. Well, that's going to be 2t, 3t squared, and negative 2t. Right? And then what we really need is the dot product of those guys. So let's come over here and take the dot product, f of r of t. Actually, that probably won't be enough room. Let's just do it down here. F of r of t, dot product with r prime of t. So we have 2t times e to the minus t squared, right? Minus 3t to the 6th, minus 2t cubed, minus 2t to the 4th, right? And now this is the thing we want to integrate from 0 to 1, right? So the integral along this curve of f dot dr is going to be the integral from 0 to 1 of this stuff. Minus 2t cubed minus 2t to the 4th. All right? Now this marker seems to be running out, so we'll finish up in orange. All right. Well, so how do we integrate this stuff? Well, this one, we need to integrate with the u substitution. And we'll see we get negative e to the minus t squared. All right. Integrate this, minus 3/7 t to the 7th. Okay. This one is going to be minus 1/2 t to the 4th. This one is going to be minus 2/5 t to the 5th. That's from 0 to 1. All right. So now we just have to evaluate this stuff. So we get negative e to the minus 1, minus 3/7, minus 1/2, minus 2/5. Then we plug in the 0, and the only guy that survives is this one, which is going to be minus 1. Right? So that gives us negative 1 over e minus 3/7 minus 1/2 minus 2/5 plus 1. And we can simplify that if we really wanted to. I don't think any of us really want to, so we'll leave it here. All right. So that's how we go about doing this kind of problem. Hopefully that all made sense, and see you in the next video.